Hello everyone. In this video, we'll try to understand what is sampling and different sampling techniques. So we'll try to understand what is sampling, right? So let's say I want to do a election survey, right? And I can't go to each and every town, city, village, right? And door to door to check about each person preference about their voting, right? So what I'll do is I'll select few places for my survey, and now whatever the survey results which I got from the few places, right, I'll infer it to my population, right? So here the selecting the few places is a sampling, right? So this is my population and I am doing sampling, and this is my sample. This is my population. After doing a sampling, I got a sample data, right? So we have two major sampling techniques. One is probability based sampling, the another one is non-probability based lab sampling. In this video we'll focus more on probability sampling. So here the list of few probability based sampling, like simple random sampling, stratified sampling, systematic sampling, and cluster sampling, which we are going to discuss one by one in our upcoming slides. So first we'll talk about simple random sampling. In case of simple random sampling, each member of the population has an equal probability of being chosen. A simple random sampling is meant to be unbiased, so it don't have any partiality, right? So it can pick anyone randomly, right? And each person has an equal preference, right? So let's say for selecting a 5% out of 15 people, here each person has an equal preference of being chosen. So the probability of picking each person is obviously 1 divided by 50, right? So now we'll talk about a stratified sampling. So one of the the widely used sampling technique, especially in the classification problems, which we'll understand in our upcoming videos. So the population will be first divided into subgroups based on some criteria. So this subgroups we'll call it strata. Like in stratified sampling, it's called strata, right? So yeah, for example, right, in a classification problem, I have two different groups, the good customers and bad customers. The data will be split into two categories, as you see here. A good, I have 20 customers. Bad, I have 5 customers, which is total 25 customers. Now let's say I want to get 80% of the sample data from my population, which is 25 is population, and I want to get 80% data of it, which is nothing but 20 samples, I mean 20 records, right? So now if I do sampling, right, as I said, I need 80% of the data. Out of 25 samples, 80% means 20, right? So there might be a case where I'll get 18 good customers and 2 bad customers, and 15 good customers, 5 bad customers, which means I'm taking all the bad customers in my sampling. In my population, I don't have any bad customers, right? So there might be a case where I'll take all the good customers in my sampling, but I'm leaving my bad customers. So I don't have any bad customers in my sample data. So the major problem, right, if you see, so the minor group, which is a bad customer, right, in our case, right? So there might be chance where we lose a valuable information about them, right? Obviously, if you see the scenario 3, in my sampling I don't have any bad customer itself, right? So obviously, I mean, uh, there is no valuable in my sampling data, right? There's no value in my sample data because it only talks about good customer. There's no bad customer information here, right? Even if you see here, so I got only 2 samples out of 5, which is definitely not an 80%, right? Maybe somewhere at 20 to 30%. So that's why, so we get a sacrifice sampling. What it does is it will take 80% from my good customer and 80% from the bad customer. So now what happened, and you talk about 80%, in case of good customer, out of 20 it would be 16. For 5, the 80% would be 4. So it is equally split it, right? So this is called stratified sampling. Now I got 80% from the good customer and 80% data from the bad customers. So the another technique is clustering sampling. So in this case, right, entire population is divided into clusters, maybe based on different attributes like age, gender, location, etc., right? And then the clusters are randomly selected. All the elements of the clusters are used for sampling, right? So again, right, so this clustering is divided into two different types. One is a single stage cluster, the second one is two stage cluster. In case of single stage cluster sampling, right, so a simple random sample of clusters is selected. If you see, right, out of these four different groups, I selected these two clusters, and data are collected from every unit of the sample cluster, which is I selected these two clusters, and I have four samples here, four samples here, which I'll collect it. I'll use it for my sampling technique. Where in case of two stage cluster sampling, a simple random slapping of cluster is selected, like what we do for a single stage cluster. But again, after the clusters are being selected, again I'll do a random sampling inside my clusters. Let's say if I selected these two clusters, right, inside each cluster again I do simple random sampling to get my sample, right? So that's a difference between the single stage and two stage cluster. The other one is systematic sampling, right? The name itself says, right, the selection will happen on a systematic way, instead of random, instead of clustering, instead of stratify. So here the individuals are selected at a certain the regular intervals from the sampling frame. Let's say we have a population of 20, right, and we need to get 5 samples out of it. We divide the samples into 5 different groups. In each group we'll have 4 people, because, right, so for creating a group we have a formula which is nothing but your population divided by number of samples. Here in our case the 20 is the population and 5 is the samples which I want, so 20 divided by is 4, right? So obviously in each group, if you see here, I'll have 4 people, right? So now select randomly first person in the first group. Let's say I selected the second person, and now in each group, as it is a very systematic, very first time in the first group I'll randomly select a person out of 1 to 4. From the second time onwards, systematically in each group I'll select the same person, which means, let's say if I select the second person in the first group, in each and every group I'll say I select only the second person, right? For example, if S1 equal to 2, right, so I selected in the group 1, in subgroup 1 I selected the second person. Then in the group 2 it will be S1, which is obviously 2, and plus 4. You'll understand, right? So when you say S1 is 2, I said plus 4, right? So which is 6, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Obviously I got the second person, right? And then I said S2 plus 4. My S2 is what? 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Obviously, right? So this is how the systematic sampling will work. So hope you enjoyed this video, right? So in our next video we'll try to understand the problems of the imbalanced data in classification, and how to overcome those problems with different techniques. So please don't forget to subscribe this channel. Stay tuned. Thank you.